scheduled to go to full 12 here tonight. Round 1 now underway. When you're facing a guy who you know utilizes the hook well, what do you want to be conscious of?
Well, you want to be conscious of range and distance. He has to get close to use that hook. So you try not to let him get close. Once they get into those parameters, you want to be aware that that punch is coming from the side.
Wow! Great combination. He is down on the mat. A lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counterpunching.
Well, the old timers used to say when you're calm in there, when you're controlling there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round, putting his punches together, landing 2 shots there. Looking good. Blocks a shot and pulls the trigger. Boy, that's a heck of a job there, landing a 3-punch combination. Just missed scoring with that punch. Unbelievable pace here tonight. Both guys have no plans of having this fight go far. I'm sure the frame of reference for most is Hagler Hearns.
Yeah, you wonder if it's going to live up to that. So far, so good.
Commits to the overhand right, and it serves him well. Mistargeted. Looking right hand after he got hit. Start of a new round, and it seems like a whole new man. Hard to believe that this is the fighter that was just knocked down in the last round.
Well, he's got some of those great recovery skills, kind of like Arturo Gatti used to always have. You know, he was a guy that he could be battered, he could look like he was barely hanging on, and then all of a sudden the next round, he looked good to go.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. That wasn't able to land. Oh, and he's got something for himself, and it's a left hand. He's committed to the combination punching now. It's working out well up top. Oh, he turns it over right into a hook. Halfway through round number 2. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Nice work with the overhand right. Good combination. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Hits him in the mug with the right. Committing to the combo now. Both land. Had his target in mind, but just missed. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Took a shot, now he gets a left. Well, he's got the attitude, something's got to stick. He fires off the combination, and they both do. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Round comes to an end here. And Teddy, I know you've had a very busy week. You've been training some pro football players this week. There are many parallels to be made between the pro fight game and pro football.
Yeah, there are. You know, physical ones and emotional, mental ones. I mean, the physical ones are when I work with some of these behemoths, you know, like offensive linemen. They have to punch out, you know, with their arms. They have to make sure that they get those hands out now. If they raise their elbows, just like a fighter raising his elbow before he throws a jab, they lose the power. So you gotta teach them to keep those elbows in, punch out without any telegraph, without any loss of power. And also, get those hands out at the right distance. If they're a little late, the big guy gets in on them. and now he can control him. And of course, the mental aspects of it, where they get into those dark rooms we talk about every once in a while, where they have to remember that they have control. They can make the choice. You know, you get in those dark rooms, you start to think that you lose control of the choice, that your opponent's making a choice for you. No, that's not the truth.
Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Good strong combo. Good combination punching out of him here.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a musical, except right now, I don't think his opponent likes the tone of it.
Let's see some defense.
Good accuracy with that uppercut. Completely missing with that punch. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, he gets caught.
What's the hook?
And that does it for this round. Well, he's up 3 rounds to zip on Teddy's scorecard here as we start round number 4. He's a volume puncher, and that's exactly what he's doing to bank away these early rounds here, Teddy.
Yeah, he's not hurting him with any of those shots, and quite honestly, a lot of them are missing. But the other guy's not staying up with him with the punch numbers. He's winning around.
Little head knocking with that right hand. Crashes home with the hook. Unable to land that shot. Wow, nice flush left hand. Here's the moment here as you see the step back counter punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces him into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
He pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Nice combination, throwing more than one, both scored there. Sizzling hand speed we saw moments ago. Heck of a combination, but pretty easy to get it off when you're that fast.
Yeah, it is, and what it causes too is besides us saying, ooh, that we see those quick hands and the judges, marking it down, also it makes the opponent keep his hands in his pocket. He's afraid to move his hands because the other guy's so much faster.
Nice work, great technique, the combo lands. A little defense turns into offense. He blocks the shot, comes right back with one of his own. Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use G's, he used distance.
Didn't get it done going to the body there. Now here's a perfect example of where you can actually see confidence growing in a fight. He was able to stun his man in that last round, and you just get a sense that he's a bigger, better fighter than he was before.
I agree with you, Joe. It's the accumulation of damage that is starting to get to him right now.
Another flush shot up top. That was off the mark. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there's some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
A little head hunting with the right. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. There's the right hand. He fires off the combination there and it lands.
Pace yourself.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. just turns that hook up top and it does damage. He has found his groove with this right hand. And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. Right to the head with that right. Off the mark there. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It always looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision. Where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Here he comes, nice and aggressive, red hot, going after it. Much the way he finished up the action the last time we saw him in the last round.
Hey, look, if you're a fisherman and the fishing was good in a certain spot, you can't wait to get the boat out to that same spot. He's rolling right out there.
Teddy, he's just covering up. That's all he's doing, but it gives his opponent so much time to pick where he isn't.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. I mean, first of all, some of them are going to get through and some of them will watch it. They get through. And you just touched on it. I mean, you cover up, you tell your opponent, hey, I'm camping out, I'm not throwing back. So instead of throwing one or two at you, he's throwing combinations of 3, 4, 5. You got a problem.
He returns the favor with an uppercut. Good looking 2-punch combination there. There's a nice left hand able to get in. Now he's getting into a groove. You can tell he just landed a 3-punch combination. Strong uppercut, he comes right back with it after taking one. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. He returned fire right there, and it worked after being rocked. Did you see that? Oh, this is gonna be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now. The end of round 6. You can have the best game plan in the world, but when your eyes shut closed like that, everything changes.
But one thing doesn't change, Joe, and that's the mentality of a warrior. You find a way. You do not give in. You find a way. You concentrate harder, and you see with that one eye what you need to see.
Well, we've seen the complete opposite, Teddy. We've seen fighters that when they've been knocked down, they become desperate, or they completely close the door and get overly cautious. This fighter is fighting the same way he's ever fought.
Yeah, and that's either going to be a good or a bad thing. That's the confidence that he's going to get it right, that he understands himself, that he's not going away from his game, from his fight, or he's going to pay an awful penalty for it because his opponent is going to pick up on that predictability and he's going to keep banging him with the same reason.
He throws a big wide punch and leaves himself wide open. Oh, and a big right. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Well, he's been there before, and now he's there again. He got floored.
He can't afford to keep going on that floor. You have to wonder when the referee's gonna step in now and stop this.
And that does it. Unable to beat the count of 10. A knockout in the books. For the official particulars, we send it up to our ring announcer.
Lakas ng Pinoy, hands up high, we're bringing the noise. Sports, lakas ng Pinoy, champions rise, we making the choice.